What are those?
Marshmallows for s'mores.
Okay. And you got what, rum balls?
Yeah, rum balls, hot chocolate.
Where's your creamer?
And I got coffee cream.
Oh my god, why did you bring so much? How much creamer do you put in your coffee?
I use lots of cream.
I can tell.
I'm not gonna take it because you made so much fun of me last
Well, yeah, you brought way too much. All right, we are back for round 2 with my dad, and this is a special one because we're bringing out the hot tent. Check out, I just released a video last week. We finally pulled the plug on getting a hot tent. So this is the perfect weekend to test it out. The overnight lows are gonna be like in the mid 20s, and there's a spot in Southern Ohio about an hour and a half away that is really the ideal place to bring the hot tent. So today we got my dad, we got the hot tent, we got a fun overnight. Let's see how this works out, and we will see everybody at the trail. All right, well, we are down. This is the Schill Brothers home turf, and he claims this is the first place we ever backpacked.
Yes, because I remember the furnace.
Well,
and then I thought we started that direction, but
no, we're going in.
This is 20 years ago.
All right, we're down Southern Ohio, hot tent trip. Let's get to camp because it's cold. You're gonna be stripping those layers off.
I'll be stripping it off, but I'm okay with that.
You look like a winter backpacker.
I'm good to go.
You're good to go?
There's the famous, whatever it is, furnace. We gotta figure out what that was used for.
I told you, cannonballs.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
You don't believe me?
No, we'll go check it out.
We're not gonna check it out. We're getting in the woods.
Of course, it's like 12 extra steps.
Yeah.
So we don't want to
do you think they make glass there?
I remember when you were in Indian Guides, I thought we got chunks of glass from there that were just kind of laying around there. But you're probably right, cannonballs. So, that's what we picked the perfect day, Kev.
I know.
Look at this.
I know.
The parking lot, I mean, is this busy?
I mean, it's January.
And how do did we pre-register our campsite?
No, it's first come, first serve.
Okay.
So, we've got to get in there.
All right, I may send you ahead.
Man, I've definitely been known to rip on the melee. I honestly think it's so overhyped, but this trip and the Smoky Mountains trip, I've been using it as a winter hiking layer, and it excels. It's really good at that because it's not that warm. So like when you're hiking and like climbing and stuff, you won't get super overheated in it. And the hood, they nailed the hood. So as much as I want to rip on the melee, it makes a really good both base layer and a winter hiking layer, I think, for sure. What do you think so far?
Really nice. Just a couple people we passed. This is what, the 5 mile mark?
It's like a half-mile mark.
All right.
If you notice the left of his pack, he's got the can of Pringles. You feeling that can of Pringles? No Doritos today. Pringles. So I was gonna ask if the Marshmallow Man was finally getting hot.
I'll go a little bit farther.
You look like you're on the ski slopes right now with the poles. How are you handling the hills?
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just take my time because of my knee.
Yeah. I just naturally assumed you had some kind of BS story for what that was. You know what I think it is? I think it's a some sort of like viral growth or some, you know,
Yeah.
some sort of like pathogenic growth. I thought you for sure would have some BS thing about it.
I'm thinking, I'm trying, but I can't come up with anything. Nodular tree disease.
You just made that up though.
Yeah.
So what are you saying now?
This reminds me of the story of Leather Lips.
Well, what's leather lips?
You know, Leather Lips, the Indian we talked about, that cursed the Jack Nicklaus's golfing.
So why does this remind you of that?
Because he was too friendly with the with the whites. So Tecumseh sent a hit team out to him, and he knew he was going to be killed. So he dressed up in a ceremonial gear in all his clothing, and there was a thing like this where a tree had fallen over, and he stood there and waited for the hit squad Indians to come and club him, and then so he could just fall right in there. That's gruesome.
Is Zaleski exactly how you remembered it?
No.
No, was this where you were? This is where we were though, right?
It was you know that first creek there? I think we followed that up. There was a path along there,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that pretty. And this is much prettier.
Yeah, this is a good time of the year. It's not overgrown. How you doing?
They're great. I'm just gonna take my time.
Yeah.
Almost up.
Get you out of the sun. Yeah.
No, this is good.
I can't believe you're still wearing that jacket.
I can't either, but I'm okay. Just a little bit longer with it.
Yeah, we're almost there. Kinda.
Kinda.
Kinda. Alright, we made it. What do you think of this campsite?
This will be good.
This is pretty good.
Find wood.
I know, we're gonna need
Right
to
over
do
there.
some foraging.
And we're at the top of the hill.
Yeah, there's
We get about an hour and a half of sunlight.
we're gonna put the hot tent right here and do some foraging. But I think this should be good, and there's water close
Yeah.
by too.
Yeah, there's dead. I see some dead wood.
We could take a tree down too.
And we could take a tree down. Yeah.
Well, what do you think? It was kind of a battle to get up.
You'll get better. The pipe was difficult.
Yeah.
So far, so good though. I
far-
don't know about the gap,
Oh yeah, we'll just need to tighten those down.
or put some leaves maybe up on it.
Yeah.
Or some wood.
So check.
Put it down.
That's a good idea. So here's the inside. So I brought this like Walmart tarp in there, and then there's the WWW stove. So it was a little bit of a battle getting that correct. But the tent is up. It actually looks pretty good. Bedding is in. So we got me right here, my dad right there. You have a setup that's rated to 0 degrees.
I'll need that.
So now he's already started. Now the fun. When should we light the stove?
We can get it going. We have plenty of wood.
Yeah.
You know, and just get it.
I don't want to get it going too early, because then it takes forever. You know, you got to feed it. But I guess we still need to collect more wood.
Yeah. And then what about? Are we gonna get rid of these gaps?
Yeah, we can seal it up more on the edge for sure. My dad's inside getting the fire going. I went full Devon and got the Grand First Brook small 4-stacks, and I gotta say, you know, I always rip on people for bringing heavy stuff like this, but this thing is pretty awesome. And I have a saw too, and I brought both of them. And honestly, I don't know if you need the saw. I mean, you can see we've got a pretty good little collection of stuff right there. And there's smoke coming out. Oh yeah, look at that. So there you have it. You got a nice fire going in there. And you're playing with these vents.
Yeah, we got them like
Yeah.
1/3 open.
And you got, look at that. You got a nice
Feel the.
thing. Yeah, it feels. I can feel it giving off heat. It's pretty cool. It's warm in here.
Yeah.
It's really warm in here. Good. So let's keep a slow burn on that.
Yeah.
And then I'm preparing the nighttime wood is behind it. How's it going in there?
Great.
Yeah. New strategy is have the base plate for this thing, so put all the dry or the wet wood underneath it. It looks warm in there.
Oh, look at how it's steaming.
Yeah, the wood off the bottom is steaming.
Yeah.
So you can see there's like a titanium base plate I got for the stove, so it doesn't sink into the ground, and you can use it as like a little platform. Update on the progress here. So we're starting to get our overnight stash, dry out stash, and then little stuff, but he's got this thing going pretty well. It's warm in there. You know, I don't know about 3 people in this thing.
Now with gear.
3 people with gear wouldn't happen, but 2 people,
Yeah.
you got a ton of space. I brought the little Walmart tarp, but I don't know if that's needed. So we were able to get 2 people in chairs in the tent. That worked out pretty well. I mean, we don't have.
I feel the heat coming.
We don't have a ton of room.
Yeah.
You know, but it's
yeah,
doable.
A third person would be.
A third person with gear would be very hard, but I think 2 people is good.
Yeah, it's good.
And it is so warm in here. I mean, it's. I'm about ready to take this off.
Yeah, we got to take the temperature just to see.
I mean, it's probably at least 60 in here.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, this is nice. And so where's my? And the good thing is you just keep the beer right outside the lip of the tent, so it doesn't get warm. There you go.
And we got the beans going.
Yeah,
we got beans and beer. It doesn't get better than this.
I know.
And we're gonna set up the TV here.
Yeah, we're gonna set the TV, and then we got a skillet with the barbecue. All right, here's the full setup. We got the playoffs. Got a can of beans. We've got the beers. This is camping, folks.
Camping.
Update, happy hour update. We're still having to feed the fire. We got some peppers and some onions. Then I of course have some barbecue we're gonna throw in there. And the whole outside the tent smells like cooking onions right now. But yeah, it's so warm in here. I gotta take my down jacket off. Oh my god. Dinner's going. That's of course, some smoked barbecued pulled pork mixed in with cooked peppers and onions. And then we got the wavy Pringles. We got some beers. It does. You do need a pretty raging fire in there to get the skillet going. My dad's 99-cent dollar store skillet. It's working super well. So there you have it. That's the first night in the hot tent. It is warm. I mean, and it's crazy. Like, I'm kind of far from the stove right now because we're leaving some open area to like tend to the fire. And it's like, if you get a foot or 2 away, it does get colder, but man, it's so much warmer than being outside. All right, here's the final shot before we go to bed. We got the playoffs. We got the wood. What do you think of this so far? First reaction for your first night in the hot tent.
It's very comfortable.
You did say you just felt like a hobo.
I felt like a hobo. Just look at this. Just trash everywhere.
Yeah.
Beer cans.
Yeah.
That's dinner.
True. That's true. We just ate right now. We gotta figure that out. There's gonna be so many mice in here. That's funny. But it's warm at least.
It's warm.
All right. We'll see how it feels in the morning.
Offensive linemen, they're happy about that. Russell Wilson should be too. Can they take advantage of it?
Good morning from the hobo encampment here. Well, first night in the hot tent. I'll call it a success. We had just enough wood to get through the night. It's 7 a.m. now and we stuck the last of the wood in there, but you can see here. Yeah, it's still going pretty good. So I got the coffee water on top. It is frigidly cold outside. What do you think it is out there? So it's very cold. It's nice in here. Obviously when the stove burns down, it gets a little colder in here. And we probably fed it every 2 hours?
Yeah.
Probably every 2 hours. Oh, and don't pop your sleeping pad, okay, Chief. He's getting some more stuff. But yeah, probably every 2 hours. We had like a nice stash of wood right in front of the stove, so we just popped stuff in. So it wasn't that bad. And then it would burn up, and like it would get like the stove get really red. It was pretty cool. So, but we had just enough wood to get through the night, and it was pretty sweet. I mean, it is freaking cold outside. What'd you think of the first night in the hot tent?
It's good, but it's a lot of work.
Well, yeah.
You got to keep feeding that fire.
Yeah, every 2 hours. But between the two of us, one of us...
Yeah, this is not a one-person deal.
No.
Either.
No, it's not. And a lot of people do this solo.
And you need more fire starter stuff, I think, so you can get it going quicker at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got to make sure you got dry wood.
Yeah. We did okay with...
We did fine.
With not dry wood. We had a little drying rack. You know, yeah. The little drying rack on the top.
It's raining.
Worked out. Oh yeah, this would suck. You just have to use fire starters.
You got to use fire starters. And you got to make sure you still bring all your cold weather clothing.
Because when it dies down,
Because it gets cold.
yeah.
You know, you got to make sure you got all your good down and everything.
Were you warm enough?
Yeah, I was warm all night.
Yeah, me too.
But I think it was this great sleeping quilt.
Yeah, that's
that
a
got me.
0 degree. That's a 0 degree
And the
quilt.
mattress is really comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a warm setup. That sums up how cold it was outside. So there's just frost covering everything, and you can see on the outside. It's hard to see. There's condensation that formed all around the outside of the tent. So, and I did get the tent did sag a little bit, but overall held up pretty well. We didn't put the stovepipe together with an A+ job, but it's working right now. Oh, it's a good sight, and you can just feel the temperature when you go in there. It's so much warmer. Well,
cheers.
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 So it is pretty nice in here.
Yes, it's
Compared to outside.
like you said. I think it's 60. This is the way to do this, though. Just sit parallel with it, so your head isn't touching.
Yeah, and we should have like last night. We should have put all the bed stuff off to the side, and then we could have sat like this while the football game was going.
Except I was falling asleep.
I think overall the first impressions of this were pretty good.
It's a learning curve, though.
It's definitely a learning curve. You definitely like every time I start a fire, you need more wood than you think you do. But we did okay.
We did great.
I'm pretty impressed with the stove.
And the stove is fun to watch at night.
Yeah, the window. People love the window, but the window is
very soothing.
because if you face it, you basically face it towards you while you sleep, and it's like you're looking at a fireplace, and then you know when it's going out. So the window is good. Oh, we got Pop-Tarts too. You want a Pop-Tart?
I'm good right now.
Okay. And having the stove, it does take a while to heat water, but just having the stove, like that for our water, it's pretty nice. So it's probably, it probably got down to what, 19 or 20 last night.
Yeah.
And it's probably
But
50,
I think the tarp was good.
Yeah, the ground tarp was good. They make like a bathtub floor that I need to get for this, but it's just a learning experience. Another comment he just made that makes sense is there's so much more heat up top.
You feel heat up here. So you sit up, you feel it a lot more.
So how can we come up with some sort of convection current that just circulates the air? Because there's like a thermocline, like right above, like there, it gets significantly hotter.
I don't know, a battery-powered fan or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's interesting. And look, the ice on the outside of the tent, it's all around at like up to 2 feet.
Yeah, so you can kind of see it there. So there's just a layer of ice.
I thought it had to do with we were blocking the heat.
No, it's just it's water in the air condensing on the side of the tent. All right, we are just packing up camp here. He's working on the stove. We already kind of have the pack explosion right there. This is a lot of work. And then the sides fold out, but yeah, it's kind of sharp. And that rolls down, and it all fits into that. Oh yeah, I'll take that. I also have a video on this setup. You can check that out if you want to see the full hot tent setup. But we are just packing up. It's starting to warm up finally. Still not above freezing, and then we're getting out of here. I don't think we could have had better weather. I mean, I think our trips, how do we luck out so much? I mean, it was cold, but it didn't rain or snow, and it's sunny. We're almost out. It's only, hour hike to this campsite. You can see the sun's coming up behind me. And I've already seen a couple day hikers, and then there's this weird tree growth thing we were trying to figure out yesterday. And I'm still loving hiking in the Melly. It's a really good winter lair for hiking, and you'd think you get hot in it, but it's really not that warm, so it's good. Okay, well, we're done.
We're done.
What'd you think?
It was
Your first time winter backpacking in 50 years.
52 years.
It's half a century.
But, you know, Kevin, you do all the work. I mean,
You did work.
yeah, but you planned everything.
It was a lot of work.
It's
a lot more work than a regular trip.
Yes.
But when you step out of that hot tent and you feel how cold it is,
you realize this is a good thing.
yeah. So that is it for this. I have another trip with him. Check that out if you want to see more of him. And we'll see everybody later. All right.